Today we are going to look at Scratch. We are going to create a project in Scratch. This is the final results of the project. So let's look at it. And I'll click on the green flag and we'll see what happens. So this is a project of a bat swinging its wings and moving to a random position. So the bat flies forever to a random position. As you can see, the bat continuously swings its wings, then goes to a random position intermittently. So this is the project we are going to create today. It's a simple project. So before we start, let's look at how to download the Scratch in case you don't have Scratch on your laptop. So get internet connection, go to your browser and type scratch.mit.edu and download Scratch. Choose the operating system you are using, mostly Windows, then download Scratch on your computer. So let's look at the steps we are going to take to make this project possible. Number one, get the sprite of choice and delete the cat sprite. So the sprite of choice is the bat sprite, so I'll delete the cat sprite and I'll click on choose a sprite to choose my bat sprite. So this is my bat sprite. I'll click on it to choose it. So there you have it. That's the bat sprite. So before you start any project in Scratch, get a piece of paper and a pen to write down the steps you want to take. You need to brainstorm on the steps you wish to take to achieve your project. If you don't do that, you might end up wasting time and not achieving what you want. Next one is to choose a background or backdrop of choice. So I would go to choose a backdrop and I'll choose a background for my project. You can choose any background you like, but I'll choose the jungle background or backdrop. So the next step is to determine a starting point for your sprites anytime the flag is clicked. So do you want your sprite to start from the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left? You need to determine that, or from the center. This is the center of the space provided. So I want the bat to start from the center when the flag is clicked. So go to event and drag out when flag clicked. Go to motion and drag out the go to XY block. If you want a sprite to be at the center, your X should be 0 and your Y should be 0 too. So that will make my sprite to start from the center. So if I go to a different position and I click on the start, the green flag, the bat will go to the center automatically. So that's where I want my bat to start from whenever I start my project. You can see. So that's the first thing, the second step I wrote out. Next step is to check out the costumes. Check out the costumes of these bat sprites. Delete the ones you don't need. More costumes if you wish to. So go to the menu here and click on the costumes menu. So clicking on the costume menu gives us the various costumes of the bat. You can see this is the first costume, second costume, third and fourth. Now the various costumes shows us the various wing or wings position of the bat. The wings of the bat here at the middle. The wings of the bat here is down. The wings of the bat here is down. Then the wings here goes up. But for this one I don't think we need this this costume, so I'll delete it because the wings are not out. The wings are not out. So for a bat to fly, the wings needs to be out, so I'll delete this costume. So I can add more costumes if I want more scenes. I can add more costumes. Say if I want to duplicate a costume or copy a costume, I'll right click on it and duplicate it. So duplicating this costume gives me a copy of that costume. You can see costume 1 and costume 2 are the same because I copied it. I duplicated costume 1 to give me costume 2. So I want to adjust costume 2 because they are the same right now. I want to adjust costume 2 to make it a bit different from costume 1. So what I will do is that I want to bring down a little bit the wings of this costume. So I click on the wing, and I would drag down this arrow, drag it down to make it slant a bit. Now, so the costume shows us the various wings position of the bat. So this other costume, I'll leave it. I want to duplicate costume 2 again and make the wings go down a little bit more. So now I have costume 3. So I would click on the wing, on the first wing, and take it down a bit. Click on the other wing and take it down a bit. Make sure that the two wings are of the same slanting position. They are the same slanting position. So now that is my third costume. I can duplicate this costume again and make the wings go down a little bit more. I want to have several scenes of the bat. So at the end of the day, what I'm going to do is to combine all these scenes, all these costumes to get a flying bat. So I'll move down this bat, this left bat a bit again. Move it down a bit. Do the same to the other one. Take it down. So you can see these are the various wings positions of the bat. Number 5, make the bat swing its wings for some time. Go back to your code menu. So let's make the bat swing its wings for some time. So you want to go to the looks palette. All the circles you are seeing here are called palettes. There are different palettes. We have motion palette, looks palette, sound, event, control, sensing, operators, variables, my blocks palette. So I'll go to looks and drag out next costume. So if I click on next costume, see what happens. The bat goes to the next costume. As you can see, the bat goes to the next costume. Okay, let's see what happens if I bring out the forever block. Don't forget, my goal is to make the bat swing its wings forever. So bring out the forever block and drag the next costume into it. See what happens. Click on forever. As you can see, the bat is switching between its costumes forever. Now, but I think this is too fast. So what I'll do is that I'll drag out next costume. I don't want the swinging of wings to be too fast. It's too fast. So I will then control it. I'll go to control, click on control, and make the switching between the costumes to slow down. So I'll use the weight block, and let's see what happens. Drag it into the forever block again, and let's see what happens. So when you click on forever, so you can see that the bat switches between costumes, but slowly. So I want to reduce the waiting time from 1 second to let's say 0.2 seconds. To 0.2 seconds, you can see that it's better now. The wings of the bat are swinging normally the way it should be. You should swing it. So now, don't forget I said I want the bat to go to a random position. Right now the bat is static, is at a particular spot. So what I'll do is that I'm going to still put back this code into the forever block, but for now let's work on this. So once the bat goes to the next costume, I want there to be a waiting period of 0.2 seconds before the bat goes to the other costume, and so on. So the next thing is that I want, because if I click on this next costume, you can see it's happening just once. Click on next costume, so you see that the bat goes to the next costume just once. So let's repeat this process. Let's do a repeat of this process. Let's do a repeat of this 10 times. So drag out the repeat block and place it over this code, and click on the repeat block and see what happens. Using the repeat block is making it possible for us to repeat the process of switching between the costumes 10 times. So this is what we want. So let's look at how it's going to work now. So after like I said before, after the bat swings its wings for some time, I want it to move to a different location, to a random position. So that has to do with motion again, and I'll go to motion palette and drag out the go to random position block. So I'll put it under this. So after the bat has swing its wings for some time, I want it to go to a random position. So I'll place this random block under this. Let's click it again and see what happens. It swings its wings for some time and goes to a different location. So I want this process to happen forever. So I'll drag this entire block into the forever block. As you can see, the wings of the bat are swinging forever. As it does so, it goes to a random position. So this entire block, I'll now drag it under the go to XY block. So this is the end of the project. So let's stop the project. I'll enlarge it now and play it for us to see. So once I play this project, by clicking on the flag button, you will see that the bat will start from where? From the center of the screen. Let's see, you can see. So the bat starts from the center of the screen like we have written out in the code, and it swings its wings for some time, thereafter goes to a random position. So this is the end of the project. So your assignment will be that you are going to repeat the steps. Repeat the steps I have taken to create the bat flying forever project, and make the bat say something whenever it moves to a random position. So you want to repeat this process I've done by yourself, but you need to do something extra. Make the bat say something when it's in a different location. I'll give you a clue on how to do that. You want the bat to say something. For example, if you want a sprite to say something, you're going to use the looks palette. Click on the looks palette and drag out say hello for 2 seconds. So let's put that under the go to random position. Let's see what happens. So say hello for 2 seconds. So let's see how this works now. You can see the bat says hello every time it goes to a random position. The bat says hello every time it goes to a random position. Okay, but you don't want it to say hello all the time. You want it to say hello and then something else, not just hello all the time. So how do you achieve that? So you need to, I'll drag out this code now. You need several of this code. So you need to duplicate this code. Duplicate it. So this code, you need to create more of this code and write something else under it. So hello is the first thing. Is the first thing the bat is going to say. Then it's going to say my name. Just write out anything you want. It's not a must you write out what I'm writing. So my name is Bat. So you need more of this code. You can duplicate so many of it and write out something else under it. So I have just 2 of this code. You can see how I duplicated it. I right clicked on the code and clicked on duplicate. So these 2 codes, I'll drag them inside. Okay, let me join them first of all. So join and drag inside. So it means your code blocks will be very long. So drag inside. It's possible you find a different way of doing it, or if you come across a better way of doing it, let me know. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.